content and entertainment, and physically through what you put in your body through food and drink. Representing the Mental Entertainment for Change is a nonprofit I founded that is dedicated to providing a positive platform for young people and empowering what we call impact artists to amplify the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals using the power of the arts and entertainment. And is a biotactical superfood infused drink, which is our representation of the physical, because everything you put in your body truly matters, which your wife would 100% probably talk about for a really long time, which I can't wait to have a conversation with her too one day. We're up to really fun and engaging initiatives such as the hashtag SDG Groove, which will be featured on One Humanity Live tomorrow, and our new interactive podcast and video series called Amplify, which gets listeners and viewers voting per episode for an impact artist that resonates with them the most. So like an America's Got Talent for social and environmental change. So check out our link in our bio for giveaways and plus our launch of Amplify on June 1st. So today I am so grateful to be moderating the theme Zen, and because I love icebreakers, my joy looks like today, it's like a little kid that finally gets to Disney and they're like, oh my gosh, Mickey Mouse is real. That's how I feel right now, because as cheesy as it sounds, having the privilege since 2017, having the privilege to be here with you, even if it's virtual, and meditate with you is like, I do not take that for granted. So
thank you, Jay.
Really
thank you. You're the sweetest.
Yeah. So here co-creating the space is Jay Shetty, who I believe is the master of exemplifying conscious content, because by engaging with any of Jay's content, whether that be his Instagram page where you'll find the Love Your Life Challenge he's starting tomorrow, or his incredible podcast On Purpose, which I've listened to every single episode, his YouTube channel, his Facebook page, his new book, Think Like a Monk, that's coming out in September, you will truly feel the benefit mentally, emotionally, and spiritually by consuming his content. So Jay, what does your joy look like today?
Right now I'm taking a picture of this so I can share it afterwards. Just gonna grab one. But I started my morning off early. I had a call with a large corporate company that's going through a lot of challenges right now, and naturally wanting to support their teams and support their staff. It's a tough time for employers and employees all across the world. And so, my joy genuinely comes from trying to find a way I can serve. I feel really blessed to be healthy and safe. And so I look at that and go, okay, if I'm healthy and safe, how can I serve? And usually I find that in times of uncertainty, the only certainty we can find is when we find service. And I felt that way for a long, long time. And that's always been my direction, and my North Star is, I feel like if I'm trying to be even the tiniest part of the solution, and here's the thing, that none of us are going to solve everything. None of us can control everything. But if we feel like we're playing our part, not only do we feel better, we also get a chance to feel like the world is progressing and moving forward. And that small part can just be one message, one phone call, one Facebook Live, Instagram Live, like this beautiful summit that you're doing this week. Like, it can be something really, really simple, and it makes such a big change.
Serving others is serving yourself. So it's like really, especially young people, being like aware of that now and changing the narrative of the fact that we're all in this together at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So Jay is so incredible. He's going to start our Zen day with meditation, and then I have awesome questions so we can have a conversation.
Amazing. Let's do it. I'm just going to get some music. So yeah, if you've never meditated with me before, then hello, we're going to do a guided meditation. You don't need to have anything or do anything. You don't need to sit in any particular way. You don't have to go put yoga pants on. Like, there's no rules. You can stay exactly where you are. And all I ask you to do is just follow along, and I'm going to guide it. So whether you've struggled with meditation before or whether you found it really easy, this practice is really simple, because I'll speak and I'll guide you through some basic practices, and you'll have me there with you all the way. So you won't be like just left in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just find a comfortable space. Make sure you're comfortable in what you're wearing, and make sure that you just feel at ease. Like, you may want to lay back into your chair. Just make sure your feet are firmly on the ground. So try not to have your feet crossed if you're sitting in a chair. If you're on this floor, of course, you can sit with your feet crossed. You can be lying on your bed if you like. Wherever you are, just be comfortable. That's all I ask. You know, I just want you to feel comfortable. If you do get an itch during the middle of it, you can do that. That's fine. There's no issues at all. So don't worry that. Don't feel you have to stay like a statue, like that beautiful Buddha statue that Jade has. You can even sit like that. There you go. Right? It's as long as it's comfortable.
So like this the entire time. Just
just leading on the entire time. Absolutely. But what I'd love for you all to do now is just close your eyes. And just allow your mind to still, your body to calm, and your heart to ease. Whenever your mind wanders, just gently and softly bring it to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. Your mind will wander, and whenever it does, don't get frustrated or upset. Just gently and softly bring it back to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. Become aware of your natural breathing pattern. Breathing in through your nose and with your mouth slightly open. Just become aware of your inhale and exhale. Become aware of the air as it goes in through your nose. And feel it come out through your lips slightly open. Just becoming aware of your natural organic breathing pattern. Now when you breathe in, lower your left ear to your left shoulder. And as you breathe out, bring it back to the middle. Breathe in and lower your right ear to your right shoulder. Breathe out and bring it back to the middle. Breathe in and lower your left ear to your left shoulder. Breathe out and bring it back to the middle. Breathe in and lower your right ear to your right shoulder. And breathe out and bring it back to the middle. Just aligning your body and your breath. And just become aware of the temperature around your body. Is it cold or warm? Are there parts of your body that feel colder or warmer than others? And just scan from the tip of your head down to your forehead, your nose, your eyes, your lips. Which parts of your head are hot and cold? Scan down your neck and your throat, and your chest and your abdomen and your back and lower back. And the same. Where do you feel heat? And where do you feel some coolness? And now scanning down to your thighs, your hips, your knees, your legs, your ankles and your feet. Just becoming aware of the heat and the cold, the warmth and the coolness. And just being present with your body and your mind. Place your left palm on your stomach and breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in and out for a count of 4 in your own time, at your own pace. Really slowing down that exhale, feeling your stomach come out as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, feeling your stomach go in. So as you breathe in, feel your stomach come out. And as you breathe out, feel your stomach go in. Try that 3 more times. Breathe in and feel your stomach go out. Breathe out and feel your stomach go in. And now, in your own mind or out loud, wherever you are, I want you to repeat the words after me and then fill in the blanks. So, I am grateful for, and then fill in the blanks with whatever comes to your mind. Allow yourself to really experience that gratitude. When you say this statement, feel it with your heart, mean it with your mind, and believe it in your body. So when you say this, really feel it in your heart, the gratitude, really mean it in your mind, and really believe it in your body. It could be gratitude for a person that you love. It could be gratitude for a project that you're working on. It could be gratitude for a place that you're in. Just allowing yourself to really have a grateful and thankful moment. And when you're ready, breathe in that gratitude, breathe in that love, that joy, that kindness, and breathe out any stress or pressure or tension. And when you're ready, in your own time, at your own pace, when you're ready, you can gently and softly open your eyes. There we go. I hope that was good for everyone.
Gratitude. It says gratitude on my wrist.
Oh, I thought you were high-fiving me. I thought you were high-fiving me.
Virtually high-five too.
But yeah, hopefully that was for anyone who's meditated before or not meditated. I hope that was useful. I hope it was helpful. I hope it gave you a moment of peace in today and in your busy, hectic, and crazy lives. So I hope it was peaceful and I hope it was helpful. But yeah, over to you, Jade.
Yeah, good thing you didn't do the inner child one because I would have been crying.
That's one of my favorite ones to do. Yeah, I thought as a first time of Zen, I was like, maybe it won't be so Zen, so I won't do that one.
You did it, and I was by myself in my room, like, ah. So I'll start with this question. With your book, Think Like a Monk, coming out on September 8th, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. Which monk teaching do you find yourself going back to the most often or mindfully utilizing in order to truly stay in a state of Zen, especially with everything going on in the world right now?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I think probably the piece of wisdom that I go back to the most is there's a beautiful statement in the Bhagavad Gita, which is a book that I studied. It's about 5,000 years old, and it's a big text in monk wisdom. And one of the verses states that the mind can be the best friend or the worst enemy. And the reason why I like this is because it automatically separates you from the mind. So it's saying that the mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. So we already realize that we're not our minds. And often our minds feel stressed. Our minds feel pressure. But when you realize that you're not your mind, you recognize, this is something that I'm interacting with. This is something that I'm engaging with. Like another person almost. And so when I realized that actually I can choose to make my mind my best friend, even if it's feeling currently like an enemy and it's taking me to places I don't want to go and it's telling me things that I don't want to hear. And we've all experienced that. We know what it feels like when our mind is saying things like, you're not worthy, you're not beautiful, you're ugly, you're not smart, you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough. We hear these things. And we realize our minds just become our enemy. And when we realize that it can be our friend, we start opening up that opportunity to recognize that actually our mind can change. Our mind, from a scientific perspective, has neuroplasticity. The brain can be changed. And so we start recognizing that there are opportunities to have a positive relationship with our mind. So that's the one I go back to the most, probably.
Yeah, my cat just jumped on my lap. He was like, I love that.
Ah, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, it really is interesting how we we think we're becoming what our mind is telling us to become, and that's so useful for me personally too. And so what do you feel is the difference between an emotional state of Zen, a psychological state of Zen, and an intellectual state of Zen?
Great question. So the first one was did you say mental, psychological, or intellectual?
Emotional.
Emotional was the first one?
Emotional, psychological, or mental, and then and then intellectual.
Yeah. So I think emotional states of Zen, in my opinion, are usually when we feel our connections and our relationships are in a state of Zen. Our emotions are highly connected to our relationships with the people we love and the people that are closest to us. So we experience emotional states of Zen when we feel that our connections and our relationships are moving in the right direction. And we feel emotional trauma or pain or challenges when we feel that our relationships are not going in the right direction. And so for me, emotional states of Zen are deeply connected to our relationships. And that's why, when you look at the 75-year Harvard study on human happiness, the number one metric for if humans were happy was based on their relationships, because we're emotional beings and we spend so much time in that emotional level of living. So that's the emotional Zen. Psychological Zen is actually how we feel about our relationships with ourselves. So now it's not about relationship with others. Psychological Zen is, how do I feel about myself? And often I say that the three biggest decisions or four biggest decisions we make in life are, how do I feel about myself? Who do I give my love to and receive love from? What do I do for money? And how do I serve the world? These are the four biggest decisions any human makes. So for the emotional one, it's who do I give my love to and who gives me love? And for the psychological Zen, it's how do I feel about myself? Am I happy with where I'm at? And usually this is a tough one because we always feel like we should be somewhere where we're not. That is as physical and gross, like, oh, I wish right now I was in Italy, or I wish right now I was in Bali, or I wish right now I was at